The Slick Bandit, thanks to the follow. Welcome aboard. I suppose I'll have to start streaming now. That's right. Today, we have Fighting Gold, rushing Atlas Prime with Platinum, 50 Platinum down the drain. Now I feel just the slight bit more poor. Fuck my wallet. Let's build an Orgaze build. The rest of the song doesn't fit well into this narrative. Orgaze is not very good. Fighting Gold. Yes, that's right. As you can see, I have just paid 50 Platinum to rush Atlas Prime for basically no reason. There is sort of a reason. I was gifted the Prime Accessories Pack. I had mentioned on stream a couple of weeks ago that I was interested in it, and I had a viewer named Stain Goroshi, probably a My Hero Academia reference, gift me $50, and they told me to use it to buy the Prime accessories to support the channel. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And because we have the booster now, I would like to get the Atlas stuff out of the way so that we can focus on the I'm having trouble saying it because there's all that stuff coming out in update, whatever it's called, update 26, in the main line. The main line might be this week. I hope it's this week. It might be next week, but it might be this week. They said it was like end of October, maybe next week. They had originally said end of October. So I don't know. It might be this week, it might be next week, but I'm hoping it's this week, because if it is, as we are pushing to Twitch Partner, and we are very, very close, I'm pretty much ready to apply, and then we just have to maintain the numbers for about a week while we hear back. We're there, we've got it. We have the amount of streams we need and the amount of concurrent viewers we need. So we're right there. We just have to make sure that these next 4 streams or so on Twitch, once we move over to Twitch today, if those 4 streams succeed, it's GG. And the ones on Thursday and Friday will definitely succeed if the update comes out, because so many people will be watching. So if this stream and the stream tomorrow can succeed and not underperform too much, which there's no reason to believe they would, it's basically a done deal. So thank you all very much for being so supportive throughout this very long process. And when we applied last time, that was also a long process and we didn't get it. So this time we will do it. We will fight. Gold experience to give myself time dilation and make sure we can get it. And in this stream, we're going to make an Atlas build. It's going to be not the most punchy Atlas build. We're not going to build a landslide build. So we're going to have to use Hyrudo combo to be immortal. Okay. We can use the Karudo, which is basically just better Hyrudo. This also heals you on your punches. We can use this to get our fighting gold fix. I also need to forma this weapon a little bit, I think. So maybe not. Well, I guess I don't know, because Melee 3.0 is kind of coming. Yeah, I guess we have no way of knowing. Let's just assume this is fine. What other mods do we want in here? Blood Rush Gladiator. Like more speed, I guess. Yeah, come on. It's Grim Fury. We want more speed. Let's put another form on. What the hell, right? There you go. Are you sure you want to install Forma? I'm never sure. Don't call me Shirley. If Atlas is gold experience, then does that make Mirage and Nova aspects of Kira Queen? Yes, it totally does. No, I don't know about Nova. Oh, I guess so, because she turns things into bot. That's clever. Yeah, sure. I thought it was worse Haruto. I believe it's just better Haruto. I could be wrong about that. Welcome back, Doodly Bob. Welcome back, Monterley. Well, I don't think Atlas is gold experience as much as the OP of Part 5 fighting gold. Like, I feel like there's nothing about Atlas that is gold experience like. I guess you can turn enemies into rock, but that's not really that similar. Anyway. Yeah, Nova is Killer Queen with plant. Yeah, that's true. Yes. No Star is like a Stureikato. That's very true, actually. Okay, all right. Look at this. I knew. I was like, I need to get this stream to succeed at all costs. What must I do to get it to succeed? And then, like a bolt from the blue, I realized it's fucking obvious. I just need to make JoJo references. Okay. Anyway. Ooh, okay. Nice. Cool. Okay. So let's see what we're building towards here. I do legitimately want to make an Orgaze build. I'm not memeing about that. It is a bit of a meme, but I'm not joking that I want to make it. I'm just trying to loosely associate, sure, we're making an Orgaze build, so let's talk about JoJo, Yeah, like, let's put the Umbral mods on it. Come on. The only catch there is, like, I don't actually like Atlas that much, so it's like I'm putting the Umbral mods on something I'm not going to enjoy using as much as maybe I could, but, like, what are you gonna do? This is the place to go. And to be fair, this is a build that does gain significant viability from having the Umbral mod, so I think that's somewhat important. Atlas is my favorite earth-bending ninja stand. That's right. Star Rhino Star. Yes. Rhino can be Star Platinum. That's awesome. Punching dropships is Atlas gold. Yeah. Close enough, William. Close enough. Wait, if you turn enemies to rock, then Atlas is more like it's sort of like Crazy Diamond. Yeah. Like, it's a little bit like a super fly. How much does a Karuto heal for? It doesn't say on the wiki. I guess we'll have to somehow find out. Andy, do you think the Liches will give us some proper PvP, even if they are AI? Well, that's not PvP strictly speaking, but you're saying like something that feels like PvP. That's an interesting question. Like, at least they'll be threatening in a certain way, but I think that the way you kill them is kind of more like a puzzle, rather than, you do have to fight them off frequently, we're told, but the way you kill them sounds like it's, again, more like a puzzle, which personally I'm very excited for, but that definitely is a little different from PvP, so I don't know. If Rhino is Star Platinum, what is a Worldo? Rhino Stomp is kind of like it, right? Obviously Limbo, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know, Hitesh. Like, I think it might scratch that itch. I think it will. I think it can. I don't know about will. Let's be careful about saying that. I think it is able to be difficult enough, but whether it will be difficult enough, like, I really don't know. I'll bring Cryo. What do we put in this slot? Speaking of Cryotra, what do you think? So we have Blast. For those unfamiliar, this is a laser. It's kind of like the Artax. The difference with this one is that it is, stat-wise, is a bit different than the Artax. So it's got high status. It's still a beam weapon. It's got incredibly low, insignificant damage. Doesn't even matter. It's got innate cold. It doesn't get its status by forcing the proc. The Artax doesn't have status chance. It's that it automatically procs cold. So the difference with the Cryotra is it's essentially like a modifiable Artax. It's basically the exact same thing. It's just like you can tweak it. Is it a better Artax? Yeah, I mean, if you don't modify it, then it's the same as the Artax, I would say. But it's a tweakable Artax. Right, Artax has forced cold procs, and this has non-forced cold procs. It's just got the status. And that isn't better on its own, but that means that you can change it to be something else. And you do want it to be something else. But it can, yeah, right, Artax is terrible status chance. So what you usually want to do, because this weapon doesn't do significant damage, but that doesn't matter. A lot of Sentinel weapons don't do significant damage. This can be very good for tagging enemies for assists, which we'll get to with Death Cube, of course. The two statuses that make that work really well are Blast, because it will, everything hit by the Blast proc counts as something the Sentinel attacked for an assist, and Gas also does the same thing. So you don't want viral. That is limiting. Only have a one viral proc on one enemy is not enough of a payoff. If you just wanted that, you probably want to use Death Machine Rifle because it just does that much damage. Obviously, that's up to debate. Like, you could still enjoy it, but Blast and Gas will allow your Sentinel to shoot one enemy and immediately get assist credit for every enemy hit by the area of effect proc. Even though it doesn't do damage exactly when you do Blast, it still counts, which is good. So what does gas do? Gas is basically an AoE toxin proc. It does do a burst of damage, and then it inflicts a toxin proc in an AoE. Does electric? William, I believe electric does as well. The problem is that it's not strictly in an AoE, like that would be a chain lightning. You could do, I mean, this doesn't accomplish anything in this particular situation, but you could do like blast and electric, I suppose. I don't think there's a reason to do that specifically here, but does electric count as assist credit? I bet it does, yes. Electric does do damage, so I don't see why it wouldn't. I think the surprising one is blast. I don't believe blast procs actually do damage, so it's a little surprising that this counts as assist credit, but it does. Again, you can also use gas. There is simply not particularly a reason to either way. The reason to use gas would be if you didn't want enemies knocked over, which sometimes matters, but usually doesn't. Again, we have punch through, making it blast, maxing out the status, of course. Some fire rate, that just affects the status output per second. The vigilante mods for boosting your primary, and then Eagle Eye allows it to acquire targets from further away, and since the accuracy is perfect, you want that. But then for this one, it's like, what's the range on the electric puck's chain lightning? Not super high, but like my impression is that it's similar to blast and gas. I don't know off the top of my head. Mika, you said, what's your general opinion on Baruch? He isn't talked about a lot. I think the reason Baruch is not talked about a lot is because he's really over-designed to be tanky, and it's just not necessary. We can play some Baruch at some point. Baruch is still really good. His exalted weapon is quite strong against enemies that don't have armor. Against enemies that do have armor, it's got some problems, but what are you going to do? You can, there are ways to deal with that. How does gas work with condition overload? Does it count as 2 procs? No, when we say it inflicts toxin in an AoE, we mean it literally inflicts a toxin proc in an AoE. So there actually is no gas proc that could be on enemies. When you proc gas, it does an explosion that is like what the gas proc does, and then it literally inflicts a toxin proc that counts as a toxin proc. So it doesn't count as a separate one. Good question. Last time I tested Eagle Eye, I wasn't doing that. Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Maybe Eagle Eye is not doing that anymore. We're not sure. We can test that pretty easily. Let's test that right now. Yeah, Baruch is okay. I don't think his 2 is any good. It is some CC, but there are just much better ways to CC enemies. I do think that his 3 is pretty strong, and his 1 is obviously like it can be okay. I don't know. Baruch is one of the frames where it's like he's a little on the complicated side, and that's combined with him being like not particularly insane at anything, which is I think why he is not talked about so much, because people are a bit confused by him. I think rightly so. I am also confused by him, but he's still good for doing the do. Anyway, I was talking about using Cryotra to tag for assists. So just quickly, what we mean when we say tagging for assists is like Synth Deconstruct gives you health orbs if your Sentinel gets assists, and Energy Generator, specific to Death Cube, whereas this can be used for all companions, gives you energy orbs. So Death Cube's niche is that it gives you a lot more energy steadily as you kill things, and the best way to make it do that is to have it tag enemies for assists, either with a Cryotra, with Blast or Gas, or with Sweeper. This is a shotgun with a wide, very reliable spread cone of pellets, so you can give it punch through and it will do kind of the same thing. Sweeper's a little better in like hallways. Cryotra's a little better when you're above enemies. So for Atlas, it might be the case that Sweeper makes more sense, because we're going to be petrifying enemies in a cone. So like... Oh, right, we don't have that ability yet because we're not leveled up. Anyway, so maybe that'll be better. I don't know. Where can you get Energy Generator? Check it on the wiki. I don't remember off the top of my head. Whenever you need to know where any mod drops, looking it up in the wiki is the best option. I do not remember off the top of my head. I think it might be Samaris, but I don't remember. Okay, so let's test out this Eagle Eye thing. So again, all we need to do here is pause the AI, mark an enemy, and then keep walking until my Sentinel shoots. Okay, 30 meters, as expected. Now we'll put on Igurai? Yeah, I might be pausing the Sentinel AI, too. We might have to just CC them. I'll just swap to Vauban and use Bastille, it's fine. Or what? Okay. Yeah, I might just have to shoot it as well, so we'll grab a gun. I thought we could maybe test it quickly and get away with it, but apparently not. That's fine. We'll just grab this. We have Bastille. And this is with or without Eagle Eye. Hold on. Let's test without. Again, it should just be 30 meters. We're testing if Eagle Eye increases Sentinel attack range, which it is supposed to. Or, well, it used to. We don't know if it was supposed to. Okay. So we've got this enemy. Yep. Okay, 30 meters. Okay. Now we will add it back on. And see if we can attack them further away. So we'll target here. Oh. Nope, looks like it doesn't work anymore. Yep. Yeah, Cuber, that appears to be the case. Cool. Alright, let's take that off every build so I don't forget. So Eagle Eye is dead though. Was probably just a bug. Now even more I don't know what to put in those slots. Anyway, we can figure that out later. I just wanted to test it quickly while it was on our minds. Somebody said, do you keep the base Warframes or do you replace them with their Prime? I replace them with their Prime. It's just the kind of player I am in, mostly. I just don't like keeping things I don't use. But it's always worth driving home that the Prime is really the same as the base frame. Even Atlas, who has probably the largest, like, innate stat bonuses of any Prime, I feel, it's still, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it makes him way tankier, significantly tankier. But he is already very tanky. Like, that doesn't change. I wouldn't build Atlas differently because of those stat increases. So it really doesn't matter. And because this game is easy enough without that, it doesn't, like, you would never acquire Atlas because he has Atlas Prime, because he has those stat increases. But it's still worth knowing that they're there, you know. But it's as simple for me as the creator as just looking up, you know, like, what are the stat increases. So I don't really feel it's necessary to keep both. Shall we decorate, or should I let's just play for a little bit? Yeah, because I want to get going with the leveling. Whoo! Okay, we are ready to punch and to level up our Orgaze build. Welcome aboard, AOTL. Thanks for the not follow. I almost assumed your follow on Twitch. How dastardly of me. Despicable. It's just awful what some people do. Assuming people's follow. Just disgusting. I must thoroughly apologize. Welcome back. How you doing? Everybody gets a welcome back. Especially new viewers get a welcome back. We could do bounties. Just get that done while we level up. Or assassinate. Let's do it. We're definitely doing... I'm sure a lot of you know. Where? Is Valkyr Stone free? That's not bad. Yeah. I can dig it. Okay. Okay. The Sergeant is the strongest boss. We have very little chance against such an epic foe. Ooh! We just gotta warm up our fists a little bit here. We're gonna do a combination of fast punches and, oh, they're dead. Okay, well. See how many punches the Sergeant can take. Hello? Hi. What's up? Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Uh-huh. I'm live right now, so I'm not going to give you this information right now. Yeah. No, it's fine. So I'll get her to give you this stuff when you get back. Can you text me the things you need to know? You should be. Yes. No, it's fine. Bye-bye. Okay. Where? No! You stealthed? No! I can't punch stealth. Okay, well, that was disappointing, wasn't it? Alright. YouTube gave me a notification saying Zandy Pants and Fighting Gold. I expect JoJo references. Look at this. Is this not Fighting Gold? Look at this. This is literally the OP to JoJo Part 5. It's the exact same thing. No, it's Muda Muda. Come on. Can I get a Muda Muda in chat? I can't punch stealth. Why didn't you take the shortcut? Because I forget every single time. I picked up the phone during stream because we needed to talk about insurance. It's I'm sorry, I had some adult real life crap to deal with. The 7-page Muda. That's this stream. The beginning of this stream. What we need to begin with is the 7-page Muda. Scary monsters. Yeah, Korra. Watching people who are good at Warframe move about a map is so cool. Yeah, especially when they're on the phone and they can't actually change the camera. So you have to move like that. That was ridiculous. I hope you enjoyed that. I was like, how can I make this entertaining while talking on the phone about insurance? And, I'm not sure Neja is soft and wet. I also haven't read the manga, so you'll have to forgive me. We, have of course watched all of, up through part 5, and I'm actually rewatching all of it with my girlfriend Anna right now. So we are, enjoying it very much, of course. Is there a shortcut here that I'm missing? People seem very upset when I use this elevator. Yeah, I don't think we have a soft and wet frame yet. That's a pretty specific concept. That one is complicated. Delicious. Yeah, Corpus Frame would be cool. I feel like, do we have Grenier Frame? You think you can just be invisible? Muda. Okay. There's nothing wrong with skipping parts. Also, saying that people have the big gay is reprehensible. We are allowing people to be who they are and not using gay as a negative word on my stream. Thank you very much. It is totally fine to skip part 4. I do agree that skipping around too much can sometimes... It's not like it ruins the whole series, but it can definitely rob it of some of its efficacy. Like, some of the good things JoJo does don't work as well if you skip. Like, if you were to watch part 1, part 3, part 5, I do think you miss some effects the series can have that are good, but it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, my interpretation of the skipping around with parts thing is that although, like, I wouldn't I wouldn't recommend doing it. Like, I think it's still quite, most of them are quite good as standalone parts. I think it's really only part 1 that, like, if you only watched part 1 and didn't like it, I would say just keep watching it because part 1 is not as good. But you should still watch it. I don't know, like, I still think it's good in its own way. Killer Queen has already touched the skip button. Nice. Oh, beautiful. That was good. We are, for those that have seen part 4, we're just at the part where we're doing Stray Cat, and I'm very excited because Anna, of course, thinks that we've seen what Killer Queen's abilities are, but the best ones are yet to come. Ah, punch the robots. Yeah, D4C. Yeah, that is a good one for Mirage, sort of. I still think it's also like Killer Queen. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're different stories. It's not for everyone. Can we... Oh, you can. Ha 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 ha. That's right, you villain. I needed to succeed at the punch. Okay, is this a shortcut? Are you all happy now? I did it. I used the shortcut. Do you feel better now? Deplorable acts done for a nominal. Yeah, are you happy, Doodly Bob? Do you feel better? Does that make you happy? I think we might be just about ready to swap over. We can wait a little longer. Okay, cool. So we got that part done. Yeah, speaking of which, Nightwave Intermission is back. We can talk about this a little bit. This thing seems cool. I think it's a nice looking little weird decoration. That's nostalgic. We get some ducats in here. That's pretty nice. Early weapon slots. Early slots on one of these tracks is always going to be a win for me. 1500 endo is a pretty ridiculously bad reward, but what are you going to do? 20k Kuva. Cool. 20k Kuva again. Some new chances to get Nightwave stuff, which is cool. The Eidolon Ephemera is back. I'm excited because I didn't get it the first time. An affinity booster for how long? How long do you get the affinity booster for? How long is this affinity booster? Anyway, that's interesting. An Exilus adapter, sure. Some cool skins. I do like that deck art. An Arcane Energize again. An Aura Forma again. Cool. An Umbral Forma. Chance to get the Wolf Armor again. And a Warframe slot. Too late. I do think this is too late. I think these slots should always be early because they're what the new players... These make the most of the difference in the game. Like, having there be slots available for free that you can just earn makes by far the biggest difference in Warframe to how the game plays, how the game is for many players. So I do wish this was a lot earlier. I don't know why one of the things least useful to established players is all the way at the end. But I'm happy these weapon slots are early on. That's also very useful. Yeah, we could do bounty on. We could do bounties. How long? Yes. Ah, yes. Yes, 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 yes. No, 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 no. Does anyone want to do bounties together? I would certainly not mind company. I certainly don't require it with Punchy Boy over here, but I'd be more than happy to have company. So we'll do a bounty, and then we will head over to Twitch to bring glory to the Twitch stream. If people are not familiar with getting partnered on Twitch, it allows you to accept sort of like automatic sponsored videos that can make you a lot of money with you just playing the game you normally play. You get the ability to actually get paid for the ads that show at the beginning of your channel. That is obviously, like, that should be happening anyway, but when you go on Twitch, you are often shown an ad right away, and I don't get paid for that if it's on my channel. But I do get paid for it if I'm partnered, which is good. You get shown no more ads, and I get paid more money. That's good. More emote slots, of course. Lots more emotes, and I actually already have emotes prepared. So I'm very excited to put those out pretty much immediately as soon as we get more emote slots. Let's see what else does Twitch partner do. Anyway, One of the main things is that Twitch and YouTube live in a glorious symbiosis where they support each other by allowing me to do sustained content, make streams almost every other day. So you can talk to me live and ask me questions, and we can cover new content immediately. And we also have YouTube to provide, static videos, resources. When I want to talk about something more in depth, when I want to show a build and you want it somewhere evergreen, tutorials, etc. So they really do help each other, and they also pay very differently. Like the way you get paid for doing each thing, the way I get paid for doing each thing, is very different. And so that they support each other, and it makes it much more stable. One weakness of doing this thing as a job is that the way you get paid is it's better and worse than a lot of other types of jobs. Like, it can be very unstable. It can fluctuate very wildly. And you definitely don't get a guarantee of value for your time. But in exchange, you can always work more and, output more stuff if you would so like to. Olav, you said, when I've watched you, sometimes the ads say this ad supports Zandy Pants. Some of them do. Not all of them don't. Olav, thank you for clarifying. I was just trying to say that I don't get paid for all of them, and I think you should get paid for all the ads that show on your content. Maybe Twitch and I can split it, but I should be getting some of the money if they're advertising on my content. But that's not how Twitch works until you get partnered. So, yes, IGN is Zandy Pants. I think we are full. Gara animations on Atlas, interesting choice. Well, it's a bit JoJo-like. I thought it was appropriate to run some JoJo level animations. Bounties. Ooh, ghoul bounties. Sure, we could do that. Is there anything from these that I actually need? That would be worth earning. Eidolon lens blueprints, I suppose. I mean, I guess we just better do the hardest ones. Delicious. What do you think about Squad Link and the infamous fish team? I'm very excited, infamous. I'm very excited to see what Squad Link is like when they actually put it in the game. Because we're in this situation where... Are we going through? Okay. I'm very interested to see how Squad Link ends up working, and I'm also fascinated by the suggestion of Squad Link. As is typical of me, most of what I have to say is about stuff that the content implies, rather than stuff we don't have it yet, so we don't know. But Squad Link, it's like that benefits from open world, so like having more open world space is beneficial if we have Squad Link as a feature. Okay. Giorno Giovanna is not good on a skateboard, confirmed. Damn it. I feel like Squad Link suggests that there will be more open worlds, which I think is interesting information. It doesn't guarantee there will be. I just think that feature, if it took off, would be, wow, that fog is quite pretty. You see that? That's nice. Would be better if there were more open worlds, and there are currently only 2, so, I'm glad you enjoyed Framework Battle Royale, Kieran. I also enjoyed it a lot, too. We're not going to do it again until I've done builds of my own for stuff, just to avoid overlap. But I am very excited to do it again. It will probably be a long time, to be honest. Probably something like a year and a half. I'm going to need to make all of the builds that I want to show. Which will start soon. The game is almost settled down, and we have what we're gonna have. We'll talk about Rage Mode in a sec, though. And then, I'll have to have made all of those, and then probably, beginning of the year 2021 would be, the perfect time. Doesn't mean I won't do it sooner, but that is, if it were only up to me, and I didn't know you all wanted it sooner, probably, that's when I would do it. Right, let's see how much punch we get here. Well, that's not too bad, right? Yeah. Hey. Punch. Okay. Delicious. Pretty sure Squad Link's happen on all mission nodes. Yeah, well, yeah, but just so to say, I think the integration is more compelling. That's all I was trying to say. I should have clarified that. Railjack build crafting in 2020? If that's a thing. It doesn't sound like that's going to be a thing. It sounds like it's going to be more about adaptively changing your railjack in the middle of a mission. It's not going to be about making a build. It's going to be about like using the things you have. I don't think there will be railjack builds. Oh, there we go. This is what I was looking for. Give me that 7-page Muda. That's right. Oh, no, come here. Oh, this is what I needed. I wonder if Rage Mode will be a toggle, like a new channeling. Yeah, I think it will be. And I'm very curious to see when they're going to put that in, because I feel like maybe we shouldn't make a ton of builds before they add Rage Mode, but I don't want to wait very much longer, so... It's the kind of thing where it's like, again, I would have just made builds in the time in between if I had all the time in the world, which I didn't, but I will. Next year I will, this year I already have a much more stable schedule, but next year I will have a very stable schedule, and that is the time I have to make builds, so that's when I'm gonna make builds, and like we're just gonna have to hope that the game has as much of what it's gonna have as possible by then. Oh, also note, by the way, since I was gifted the, given the funds by a viewer for the Prime Accessories pack, we do have the mod booster active, so you may notice like lots more mods dropping. That could be a way to see it. Sure, Fuyur. Yeah, like there might be some like basic, you know, like you might want to use this as a general purpose stealth loadout for your railjack, you know, or builds in the sense of like what you switch over to in this situation. So it's like, it's not like you make that build and leave it there, or have to invest to make that build besides earning the build things, but it would still be relevant. Let's go. I don't have guns. Take it. Take it. Take it. Did that work? Okay, hold on. Are we doing damage? Wait. I can't tell. I think we are. Are we getting damage numbers here? It kind of feels like we are. I don't know. Can we do it with our... Wait, what? Since when does this just... Oh, it's punching through the other side. I see. Okay, well... Anyway, it feels like they were worried about the essential mod problem with the new railjack. That's a theory. I don't think that is a lot of a problem at this point, actually. I feel like we're at the point where it's actually not a huge deal anymore. It's getting better very quickly. Set mods are helping. Woohoo, look at that cash. Nice. I wonder how much I contributed to that. Escort the drone to safety. Oh boy. Okay, we're going. We're heading over there real quick. That's right. Yeah, so again, like, I don't know, I feel like the mandatory mods thing is not actually very much of a problem anymore, but it's not a non-issue, and I could definitely see them wanting to avoid that happening again, but like, you could just make mods, like a set of mods from the ground up differently to not have that problem, like, that wouldn't be that hard. Again, there are trade-offs to having some mandatory mods. If you want to hear more about that, I did make a video on my second channel about it. There are benefits to having some mandatory mods. It's not necessarily good for every single mod choice to be completely oblique. And there is a good amount of diversity in the builds right now, just not in every mod slot, which is a trade-off. Like, that's not all good, but it's not all bad. So I don't know, I mean, I think that they just wanted it to be more dynamic. Like, I think it's really cool just as a different idea to be able to adaptively change what your railjack is doing. That's cool, I don't know. I think, personally, I feel it's more that Digital Extremes, in their fashion, simply had another good idea and wanted to make it, even though it's not what their game is currently doing. Which, like, personally, I think is great. I need more couch potato build craft. I don't know, maybe we'll do that. We could try to make a series of builds that was like that. That could be kind of interesting. Couch potato build series. Voldo, I'm glad that helped. There's nothing there. Someone says, I want to see you punch a Dargrin. Chen, I will try. I will try. I don't think it's gonna go very well, but I will make an attempt. When I see one, I will give it a go. Yeah, Mecha Couch Oberon was, that was a build. Was, for you and I, taking the piss a little bit, but it was still pretty funny. Okay, I wanted to ground slam. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Nice. Yeah, the new arc gun mods work a lot to break up mandatory mods. The problem is that arc guns are not enough worth investing in. I agree. They're good. They're just not. They're not better enough to warrant the drawbacks, like having to invest in another weapon and having to take them out with a long animation. They should be a little bit stronger if they're going to have that, but they're not a little bit stronger. They're the same power level as the other weapons, which again, like, is kind of fine, but also makes them like a little bit redundant. Hey Zandy, is Mesa Guido Mista or Johnny Joestar? I think it's Guido Mista. Remember, I haven't read part 7 and part 8. Part 6, part 7, and part 8. I bit the bullet and sank 4 forma into my Phaedra just for the brute. I don't know. I feel like the Imperator Vandal does all the same things but better. But the Phaedra is, besides looking cool, I like how the Phaedra looks. But that is my field. Zeno and I are actually planning to do a whole series on arc gun builds, because we both kind of feel like they're an underutilized part of the game that could be made better, even in a lot of simple ways. Like, I would love it if they just overhauled them, but they're not going to do that. But even without doing that, there are a lot of ways to improve it. So even something like just it's not necessary to make you get animation lock like this. That's just not a necessary balancing measure. So they should take it out. Like, that would already make arc guns a lot better. You deploy them with that epic animation, but you can just move while doing it. Oh! Because, like, see, that's cool. But, like, why does this weapon take so long to take out, you know? When I can just fly over here and give him a little punch. Delicious. If I form on my cat, will its stomach have a polarity in it? I certainly hope so. Feed your cats, folks. Your one should lock on if you can jump high enough. Oh, to the Jargrons, that's true. I do have a range mod on. Hold on, let's take a look. Let's see if we got any takers up here. We got a Parcha Jargon. That's optimal. Is Chroma a scary monster? Yeah, maybe. Perhaps. Oh, juicy. Look at that. Look at that crunch. Look at that crunchy hit. Ooh, crunch. Give him that, give him that, give him that. Mmm. Ooh, baby. Ooh, so crunchy. Ooh, baby. Ooh. Alexa, play Fighting Gold. Ah. Did you hear the Nox went? Ah! Stop. It said. Oh well. Capture the target without killing any other enemies. What kind of goal is that? I don't even want to do that. Delicious. You know what we need? We need a 4-shot burst gun whose fire rate is specifically set up to match the tempo of the claps from the Friends theme song. That sounds terrifying. Let's switch over to Twitch. With that, I think it's time to switch over to Twitch. So for those unfamiliar, this is a pre-stream. I stream on YouTube and then immediately switch to Twitch and continue streaming. So we're not, like, the stream is not over, we're just moving to Twitch. Twitch's terms of service require that if you are monetized on Twitch, you do not stream on 2 platforms simultaneously while streaming on Twitch. So I need to stream here and then on Twitch rather than here and on Twitch at the same time. You're not allowed to do that. So we stream here first, and then we go to Twitch. This also helps us build up numbers for getting partnered. And of course, Twitch likes it because we're sending them viewers. So everybody wins, including you if you follow me to Twitch. So let's swap over. Swapping over. AFK 1 minute. Okay. Yes, we will swap. So, for those that have not done this before, I'm just going to link you my Twitch stream. It's also in the description, as always. And we're going to move over there. And the stream will be down for maybe 30 seconds. It doesn't take me very long to swap over. And then we will be good to go. Time to swap. Come to me. Fighting God. And I'll see you all in just a moment.